we would have been fighting. I would have just had to walk right back out because I would have fought her. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Portia. All my friends call me Porsh, so you could call me Porsh too. I make beauty, lifestyle, and random bachelor and bachelorette videos here on the tube. So if you like all those things, keep watching. So as always, you guys know what it is. It is Batch Tuesdays, Bachelor Tuesdays. So we are talking about all things Bachelor. So far, it has been a pretty spicy season, real spicy like. So if you have been following along with the Bachelor series, you know that in this episode we pick up with all the girls still in like the common area, whatever you want to call it, the living room of the mansion, hotel, whatever. It's better than what they had the Bachelorette contestants in. That's all I can say. Sarah had literally just left, and the girls are just now finding out by Katie that the girls left, and a lot of them are just like, but are we sad though? Katie is telling these girls, stay classy, stay classy, and a lot of the girls are like, or not. Specifically Victoria. Victoria is just, she calls Sarah trash, which I think is horrible, especially because she doesn't know the like full-on reason why Sarah went home, honestly. So yeah, Katie like quickly tries to shut her down and says that's not really cool. And then Katie and Sarah just go back, which later goes to Victoria sitting Katie down and telling her that she needs to apologize to her. Confusion. In the midst of all of that, Matt meets with Ben. I forgot his last name, but he was on The Bachelorette, or I'm sorry, he was on The Bachelor a few seasons ago, and he meets up with him and just asks him what is happening, what's like, you know, am I supposed to be feeling this way? I don't know, like Sarah's leaving and I feel weird, I feel away. He feels away, okay? He just feels away, plain and simple. Ben tells him, listen, you got a whole bunch of girls here. You better get up and get over it and just go and focus on the girls that are here. And it'll work itself out, because in true Bachelorette fashion, or Bachelor fashion, it always works itself out. We are jumped back into the group date. He has a group date with the rest of the girls, and the conversation, or the couple that is highlighted this time, is Chelsea and Matt. And my God, it's about time. I was really worried because I thought he was never gonna have, like, we were never gonna see him and Chelsea have alone time. And now they finally have alone time, and I am here for it. So pretty much the tone for this episode is not having enough time. So a lot of the girls were complaining because of Sarah. She was taken away all the time. So they're happy that Sarah's gone, but then they got mad because, you know, they didn't get the group date early. I don't know. There's just a whole lot of complaining going on. And if you were just focusing on how to get some more time with Matt instead of complaining about not having time with Matt, maybe you would have some time with Matt. I don't think, girl. So after the group date, it jumps to the next day, and they're still talking about not having enough time, but it doesn't really matter because they're just like, oh, well, it's a rose ceremony tonight, so it doesn't really matter, right? So in the midst of the rose ceremony, Chris Harrison grabs Matt and tells him that there are, since there was a bajillion and one women that wanted to be on the show with Matt, that there were still more women coming, and enters 5 more women. We have Brittany, Michelle, Kim, Catalina, and Kelly, I think that's what her name was. I'm not entirely sure. So while Matt is meeting the girls, all the girls are looking out the window, seeing that there are new girls coming out the limo. They originally think it's Sarah, so they're already mad about that because they think Sarah's coming back and they're just like, what the heck? But now they realize that it is not Sarah and it's just more girls coming. So the first girl that gets out of the limo is Brittany, and she goes ahead and says, let's just make up for lost time, and plants one right on Matt. Then I think after that it's Michelle. I think it's Michelle, either Michelle or Catalina. Either way, Catalina comes in. She's wearing a crown because she's an actual pageant queen. Like, she's actually, you know, she's won some stuff. Unlike, you know, other people there. Victoria. She's meeting the girls. The girls are giving them the cold shoulder because they're just like, which at this point I do kind of understand. A lot of them have not even had like that much of a conversation with Matt so far. So they, you know, more girls added onto it. It's a little taxing, emotionally taxing. But these girls are ruthless to the new girls. Like, they couldn't control like when they called them to be here, like whatever. Anywho, Catalina walks in with an actual crown. You could tell that that crown was a little expensive. And Victoria proceeds to take off Catalina's crown that was on her head. She reaches and grabs the crown and put it on her head. Honestly, y'all, kick me off the show. Kick me off the show. Because first of all, you invaded my space. You invaded my space. You touched me. You touched me without my consent. And then you put something that was mine on your head, and I don't know you. Like, how do I know you don't have lice or something? We would have been fighting. I would have just had to walk right back out because I would have fought her. I don't know any girl that is that bold. Well, I'm lying. I do. I don't know if it was because she was trying to psych her out, but girl, this is a pageant queen, okay? She's seen it all, heard it all, done it all. You're not gonna shake her. You're not gonna shake her, boo. Now we finally move on to the rose ceremony. Kayla, the new girl Kim, and I forgot who else it was. It was one of the older girls. I forgot her name. Probably because she didn't really get that much time with Matt. So there's so many girls here, you guys. So I don't really know everybody's names. So next morning, Chris Harrison comes in. He's like, hey guys, how's it going? The new girls are like, we hate it here. Chris Harrison's like, perfect, here's a date card. I'm gonna go. And from there, we realize that it is a relay race, which is insane. A little insane, but kind of cool. Not even gonna lie. They're in this pumpkin shaped like little boats, and they have to row themselves to the other side. Now, I was really nervous that one of the boats were gonna like tip over. I was really nervous about that. Yeah, so they're rowing. Maggie gets stuck. She can't row. She can't row, so she gets stuck, so she automatically loses. And then they have to put on squirrel costumes. I'm not exactly sure why they have to put on a squirrel costume, but nonetheless, they're putting on a squirrel costume, and they have to search for acorns. Anna throws Brittany's acorn off to the wayside. She can't find it, which, what? Don't be a hater. When it was all said and done, Mari came out the clear winner. So congratulations to Mari, because she was just like, oh, I finally won something. Claps for you, girl. Now we move on to the dinner date, or the cocktail party of the group date. So Anna is, I think, one of the first people to talk to Matt, and she's trying to get her feelings out and how she feels about him, blah, blah, blah. So in walks Brittany, and she interrupts Anna talking to Matt. She's saying, yeah, time's up, sweetheart. Time to go. So Anna's like, well, can I get like 5 more minutes? And Brittany's like, yeah. So she goes, she goes off into like a small little corner, just standing there waiting patiently. And then she comes back a few minutes later and she's just like, how about now? Brittany, you probably shouldn't have did that. But for majority of this video, as well as after this point, I'm going to be on Brittany's side, but this is the one thing that I feel like she shouldn't have done. I know this is a competition. I know you have to compete for people's time, but wait your turn, girl. Just wait your turn. Also, another conversation that they chose to highlight besides the whole Brittany and Anna fiasco was Bree, which, you know, she was the first person to get the one-on-one. We still stand. We still stand, Bree, okay? They are really, really cute together. And she was just talking about how they started off so strong and now she's a little nervous because there's so many people here. But Matt reassures her, like he reassures every single girl in the house, that we have something special. In the midst of Matt and Bree talking, Anna goes and tells Victoria that Anna has some dirt on Brittany, and she's been saying it since they got here that she has dirt on Brittany, even though she doesn't really know Brittany. She doesn't know her, but apparently a lot of people have been talking about her or DMing her, messaging her, to that this girl is not who she says she is. I don't know how you can really do that, call somebody an escort with there's no proof, there's no, like, you didn't see it with your own eyes, it's just hearsay. How do we even know that you're not even just making this up, that someone, like, you know, someone even contacted you? Because 9 times out of 10, probably nobody contacted her. Like, no one. So we conclude with the cocktail party. Bree gets the group date rose. Everyone's mad as usual. Matt leaves, but the girls are still sitting there, and Anna brings up to Brittany that she's heard that she was an escort. Who does that, bro? Like, honestly, I want to know who does that. Like, who raised you? She informs Brittany that a lot of people have told her that she is an escort, that she gets paid to entertain men here in Chicago, because I'm personally from Chicago too. I'm not in the club scene. I'm not in the party scene. I stay my butt at home, but that's not how it works here. I mean, I have some friends that are like in the club or party scene, but once again, I don't really think that's like how it actually works. And first of all, tangent starts here. So if you want to skip over it, skip over it. First of all, if she has like a little sugar daddy or something, so what? That's none of your business. How she gets money, how she pays her bills, what she does is none of your business. My whole thing is, if she is an escort, if she was, is, could be, thought about it, maybe it was a one-off thing. If she was, why is she, does that disqualify her from trying to find someone to have an actual relationship with? Does that not mean that she's qualified to fall in love or have someone to spend her life with or find a husband? Make it make sense. So obviously Brittany denies all accusations about being an escort, and she says, I've had a boyfriend since I was 16 years old. That's not a good enough excuse for me. Honestly, that's not like a good enough, oh, I've had a boy. Girl, don't nobody care about that. But at the same time, it's just kind of, I don't know, all of it was a little crazy. So the next morning back at the house, obviously all the girls find out about what went down at the cocktail party, because what doesn't go down at a cocktail party? Honestly, like, golly, we can't have a peaceful cocktail party to save our lives. Now, a lot of the girls at the house, they want the one-on-one. A lot of them want the one-on-one to, you know, explore their feelings with Matt, to end up having time with Matt, so on, so forth. Every single girl, even the new girls, want their time with Matt. Now, Michelle being one of the new girls, she brought up that she would love to have some quality time with Matt because she would love to catch up. A lot of the new girls didn't like that because they were just like, you don't deserve quality time. So with that being said, Michelle gets the one-on-one, which I thought was really, really funny. I actually felt bad for the girls at first, and then the actual one-on-one date started. So Matt and Michelle go on their one-on-one date, and Chris Harrison planned them a nice little scavenger hunt where they go zip lining, they're on a hot air balloon, they pop balloons to like figure out the riddles and so on and so forth. In the words of Michelle, wrap it up, wrap it up. I've had my favorites. I definitely have my favorites. I love Chelsea. I love Lauren. I love Bree. I love Abigail. Oh my God, I love Abigail. She is adorable. And I love Katie. Y'all know I'm a Katie stan. I love Katie. I think she's amazing. If she doesn't win, I think she will make an amazing and fierce Bachelorette, like 1000%. But Michelle, man, she came in here in a day and said, vroom, running circles around all these girls. You could just tell that Matt and Michelle just clicked. If I ever wanted there to be a Claire and Dale repeat, I would want it with Matt and Michelle, because that was real. And I'm not the only one to think so. Matt thinks so too, because he said, and I quote, "This is one of the most meaningful conversations I've had with any of the girls here. And I've been talking to some of these girls for 4 weeks now." Do I even need to say that she got a rose? Do I even need to say that? So the last thing I want to talk about is the very last group date where the episode ends on. It is a boxing match. I say this in every single video, but Bachelor producers are the most pettiest, shadiest people I've ever met. And well, I haven't met them, but like they are literally the pettiest, most shadiest people. Put them in a boxing match, boxing ring, and I guess they thought that these girls were gonna powder puff it, 1, 2, like each other. And no, bro, these girls were pow 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 pow, mink 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 mink. I might be on the minority here, but I was here for it. Now, with that being said, it is extremely dangerous. Boxing is an extremely dangerous sport. Even though they were well protected, they had headgear and so on, and mouth guards, so on and so forth. It's still a very dangerous sport. Serena P got clocked in the throat. So and in the nose, the throat and the nose. I don't know, but these girls were going at it, okay? They were not holding anything back, letting that frustration fly, okay? So much so that Matt was like, someone's gonna die here and I need to just call it. So he calls it and he's just like, all right, let's just go to the cocktail party. Did I mention, I almost forgot to mention, on the group date, there was none of the new girls. It was just all the girls that have been there, which they were very happy for, that it was just the original girls, and that they were just talking about how much they don't like the girls or how much they don't deserve to be here, yada, yada, yada. Katie once again explains to these girls that, hey, maybe we should be a little bit more inviting, a little bit nicer. Like, they're here now, okay? You can't do anything about it, and this is why Katie is the real MVP. She's saying these girls are here now. These girls are here. There's nothing we can do or say to get them to leave. You know, you either gonna step your cookie up to make Matt like wanna be with you, or you just gonna sit here and complain. Now, a lot of the girls were like, yeah, but we don't like them. We hate them. And we're gonna be mean to them no matter what. And they literally said, we're going to be mean to them no matter what. Which Katie was like, that's it. I done had enough. This is too much. I'm sick of this. So, Katie goes and tells Matt everything. She's just like, Matt, there's a lot of crazy stuff that is happening in this house, and I just feel like you need to know, because it's insane. Like, it's literally insane. And a lot of these girls, I don't want you to end up with the wrong girl. And like I said before, y'all, Katie is the hero. Not all heroes wear capes. I love her. I'm obsessed with Katie. I really am, because she's being so selfless throughout this whole like thing, and so much so that I forget a lot of the times that she's the one that brought the dildo. She's the only adult in this situation, and I don't understand it whatsoever. Almost to the point where it could be slightly detrimental to her, because she's trying to make this environment, the house, not as toxic or dangerous for these girls, especially the new girls. And that can somehow that is almost like sacrificing her quality time and her connection with Matt, because, you know, she is focusing on all these things. But at the same time, you know, how can you focus on all that when all of this nonsense is going on? So that is how the show wraps up, and then we get the preview that, you know, Matt comes in and tells these girls that, hey, you need to cut it out, okay? Cut it out with all the name calling. And then, you know, of course, all the girls are like, what name calling? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, people are being mean? So with that being said, that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed Bachelor Tuesdays. As always, if you like these kinds of videos, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. I make Bachelor videos every single Tuesday, and I upload 3 times a week. So I'm gonna be here Thursday, and I'm also gonna be here Saturday. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye guys.